Just so I can get picture on the.
Alright, so we're doing the raw cut right now.
Are we?
Yeah.
New gaming order. Raw. Eddie Murphy style. And tight red leather pants. And
What are you
boots.
eating, Alex? You tearing that shit up, bro. What are you eating?
I'm hungry, man. I'm M&M's, man.
What are you not hungry?
When you work out and you lift, like me and Janae, you have to eat a lot.
For real. For real. It was,
Yeah, I
it
can't
was
get-
I was
I
just
have
like
the
somebody
metabolism.
gave me- it was a day somebody gave me like a bag of Fuji apples and some oranges. I was so hungry that day. I don't know what the hell was going on, but I ate like a half a bag of apples. I was shitting all over the place.
Alright,
Goodness.
one.
What did you eat?
I was just hungry, man. You know how you get like that metabolism rush, and this be like, feed me, please. And I was just eating.
Had that all day today.
Yeah, I was eating meat and fruits and
You
stuff
see-
and
see,
everything.
As someone with a metabolism of glacier, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Dang.
You
Unbelievable.
can boost that metabolism up, bro. Just start drinking water.
Yeah.
I do. I
Drink
drink
water.
like
I had, when On Your Knees was still in the town with me, when he used to come over and work out, how much weight did you drop?
the lowest I got was to around 240 to 250.
How much were you before that?
330.
That's good, bro.
Yeah, we got
That's-
him down because he came.
Yeah.
We were in the basement working out, and I mean the first day it was some big gulps, man. Once we got rid of that,
Yeah.
Took his shirt off, yo.
huh?
Like,
Really, you gonna go there?
yo,
Unbelievable.
At least he's not making his pecs bounce.
But you know what? You can do?
Unbelievable. Wait, what I look like? Super Macho Man from the NES Punch Out?
Oh.
Yo, he be coming like.
Drop the two-
On your knees. You know what you can do though, right? When you get up in the morning, right? Drink a glass of lemon water, room temperature, and it jumps your metabolism. You'll start like sweating out of nowhere. I'm telling you.
Actually, it helps with digestion.
Yep.
Like it That's for that. You know what? I won't even because I know this on the raw cut. So, Chris, we'll talk offline about that.
Yeah, we can give you I can give you some cheap tips too, bro.
Oh, like the Rock. Yo, when I found out the Rock had liposuction, yo, that was messed
Oh,
up.
of course. Yes, he did. You didn't know that? But no,
All
it's
the
some stuff
wrestlers
you
get
can
it.
do. It's some
Yeah.
stuff you can do.
Well,
Say like
that-
if you want to cut down real quick. Say like if you want to cut down real quick and you want to like fit into some clothes and stuff. On your knees, trust me. Take down my info or whatever and Skype. I give you a nice little supplement.
He's like, I got what you want, brother.
I think he's gonna give me a big dose of eggs. It's really good for the weight loss.
Yo, take
for
2 Ace
real?
pills and that. Yo, you lose some weight real quick.
You were like, you ain't tell me this shit was gonna kill me. Oh, you lost me.
all right.
That's what's up.
Let's stray away from this. And
Oh,
let's
this is
start
the
on our
detention
topics.
room live, man. What the heck? You just
I
need
love
Norma and
I
Cookie.
love looking at David Aaron's beautiful visage on the Skype right here. I like his picture.
Oh, you know what, Danae? You just reminded me. They need to bring Uno. They need to bring Uno to the
Oh
Xbox
hell
One.
no, bro! Uno would not, man.
Man.
That was a horrible yet fascinating place when it came out on Xbox.
Oh
One.
my god! You know what? I remember when me and Shinwar had that was like kind of like our first online game on the 360. And man, yo, a simple card game. It was exciting. It's like, oh, draw 4, draw 4, draw 2. Like, you know, that was. I miss those days.
People
You know,
didn't play
and
it
then
for
you had
Uno.
them nasty people like getting butt shots on the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, the balloon knots.
Do you remember the guy? No, who came in there? It wasn't you. It was well, you know my crew of Xbox cronies are fucking nuts and shit like that.
Mhm.
But it was this one that used to come into the Uno chat, like the Uno game with us, with his camera on. He would be butt naked with an Optimus Prime mask on.
Unbelievable! Transformers roll out.
At first I was a tiny bit uncomfortable because there's not really much that can shock me. But then after a while, I mean, he would just be up there holding straight conversations with us, and it just became like normalcy and shit. Like,
Only on Xbox Live, man.
yeah, Xbox Live is, I mean, it's toned down a lot, but I mean, compared to the, like, I would say like the early years, it was like
You
was
know,
like
that's why I regret that
awkward.
the backwards compatibility was kind of pushed to the side because there were some great games on the 360
Oh
that
yes,
should
it was.
like One Finger Death Punch, which came out
Yeah.
towards the end by Silver Dollars Games. You know, you had Uno, you had that marble game that by PopCap Games.
Uh
You know,
huh.
there was a lot of cool stuff that is now is just okay. You
Like
have to
remember
have.
Shank? I used to love playing Shank.
Oh,
Man.
Shank was great. That and Shank
Shank.
1 and 2. I think the first one was better.
Yeah, the first one was more grittier than the
But you
second.
know what? Those platforming games that don't require just high res 2D art, like Blood Rain or Blood.
Nope. Kill
Yeah, I
me.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that vampire chick. Oh man, that game was great. That was like what Castlevania should be.
Yeah.
You know, returning to 2D. You know, the music and the air dashing, and that game was hard as hell. We're talking like Ninja Gaiden difficulty on the NES.
It was.
You know, it was good stuff though. I mean, towards the end, the acrobatics and stuff, but 360 man had some great stuff, man. I just wish backwards compatibility was an option, you know. But
Yeah.
Okay,
we'll see.
so is everyone ready now? We had a nice little.
Oh, this is the director's cut, man.
No shit.
This is director. Hey, you know what? We're gonna make this premium content. No, let me stop.
Premium content. Yeah. And
Yo.
make streamers pay $20 extra for nonsense.
Yeah, or break off a piece of the podcast, but we did the whole podcast. You know, I'm gonna get on that. But I'm ready to go. Everybody else ready?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so let
Let's
me.
do it.
Or your millions in attendance? No, let me stop.
All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What up? What up? What up? New Game in Order fans, we back like the Juggernaut, bitch. Alex, Lexus, Nelson, co-producers and CEO, and we have a lot of NMO, or not NMO, NGO.
Jesus Christ.
I'm old. It's
Come
stuck
on,
in my brain.
Alex.
All right.
I'm gonna get a sticky note and put it on your forehead, so when you look at the camera, like, oh shit.
Put what on
NGO,
my forehead? What?
It's the
NGO.
PTS. It's the PTSD. You don't know where he's at.
You know what? That's not funny. That happened to me. I'm not even gonna say. But shout out to brother Noop.
Here you
I'm
go.
gonna if he makes it, if he makes it, I'll let him explain
See?
what Best
See?
Buy did to him for his.
See?
Alex.
Really?
Alex. Charlie, danger close.
Wow, that's foul. That's foul, Dave. Yeah, and you're a former service member too. But anyway,
Oh!
but
That's why I can joke like that.
I know. But shout out to brother Noob who's struggling to get his MKX right now. He had a pre-order at Best Buy and they sold it. That's messed up. That's where he is because he had called me and he wanted to be in the podcast and everything since he was taking care of real estate stuff. That's where he's been the last 2 weeks. But you know, shout out to brother Noob, Black Dragon, and you know a couple other folks. As we go along, I'll make sure I cover everybody. But opening remarks from the staff started with On Your Knees.
I'm keeping track today, Alex. So far on the director's cut, you're up to 2.
Ding!
So we're gonna see how far we take this.
Unbelievable.
Damn, hashtag unbelievable.
What? All right. Shinwar, opening comments.
Yo, it's Thursday. Let's get it popping.
Alrighty. And Shin Babuma.
I'm
Welcome.
getting my ass kicked in Mortal Kombat X, but it's a good ass game.
What?
He says he's getting his ass kicked, but it's a good ass game.
Okay. All right. Free play modes. Demizzle. Opening comments.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Dave, just chilling, eating frosted mini wheats, playing Xbox.
Alrighty. And Mr. Tough Nerd Toys himself, Mr. Danae. Opening comments and plug your website, sir.
Tough Nerd Toys coming live and direct from the bowels of Newark, New Jersey.
The balls of New York.
The Ayatollah of ignorance and depravity.
Unbelievable.
The bowels of Newark. We're talking about earlier.
There's
I don't
a
know, man.
bowels. Please say, where does it begin?
I thought he said the balls of New York, but anyway.
Bowels, Alex.
Bowels.
We know you're obsessed with balls, but come on now. We're trying to do a gaming podcast.
Basketball?
Damn.
Hold on. All right. You know what? Anyway, this is the podcast for April 16th, 2015. Thank you for joining us. Shout out to our partner with Full Screen for taking care of us. After our link up with Full Screen, I just wanted to put this PSA out. we had seen a surge of 320 subscribers. So shout out to our buddy Hardy for actually linking us up with Full Screen, and we're looking to get bigger and better partnerships and sponsorships. So if you guys want to link up with the New Gaming Order, contact me, Nelson, or any of the staff. But me and Nelson are primarily reachable via YouTube and the New Gaming Order website. You'll see our affiliates and staff member contact emails and the staff. So without further ado, first topic, and I'm gonna be hitting MKX for good reasons and bad reasons. But one of the bad reasons, actually, it's two bad reasons. But anyway, easy fatality input DLC purchases. Unfreaking believable. That's a different category, Chris.
No, that counts.
Okay, but this is a sign of the times of where gaming is going. Danae and a couple other staff members on this podcast, we were on the Fighting Game podcast earlier this week, which saw some decent numbers for the length of that video. And Danae had made a good point where it's like, okay, now we got folks and this current generation of gamers that just don't want to spend the time to practice their craft if they're playing any racing game, shooter, fighting games. You know what I mean? Shortcuts are now the norm, and people are willing to pay for them. You know, the problem is with the way that things are set up now, you have folks that just like, okay, it's like a paid Game Genie, so to speak.
True.
And everybody knows the Game Genie, action replay, and all that other stuff that was available in the past. You know what I mean? This is kind of the same thing, but digital. Because back then, you had to purchase the Game Genie. You know what I mean? And then had to go and find the codes and so on and so forth. So now it just went digital, and it's for every single game. So the companies now know how to say, hey, you know what? You got folks that are struggling with this. Hey, let's make them pay for it. An easier way to get through it. Now, you know what? On Your Knees said so way back when, like, they're holding your hand through the damn games. What happened to the times where you had to grind and actually, learn your stuff, But, Demizo, I think you were trying to say something, so I'll let you go first.
Well, I'm gonna attack it from the perspective of the developer, because it's like, from the developer standpoint, they have to recoup as much money as they can from the development of the video game. So it's not about let's make it easier for the gamer. In their minds, it's how much money can we recoup from the development while still selling as much as we can from a game perspective. That's where you see this stuff like, $5 for 30 easy inputs for fatalities, or $10 for $10 million in Grand Theft Auto 5 online. That's where you see
now,
that.
you do know, from what I saw a video that was saying that easy input stuff is already in the game. It's just you have to play it enough, like on the tower and the coins and all this other stuff. Eventually, that's gonna be. This is just like an accelerator thingy.
It's the same thing as in WWE 2K15 with the accelerator. Same thing as in Resident Evil Revelations 2 with the accelerators. Like, games these days are just having accelerators, and I'm not looking at it from a standpoint that it's allowing gamers to get through the game faster, because, well, it is, but I'm just looking at it from a developer standpoint that it's allowing them to recoup the money that they put out making the game faster.
Okay, but you see, in essence, it also can backfire. I mean, you know what? I thought about it too before I give someone else the floor. The fatality thing, at first I was just like, damn, gamers aren't taking the time to get legitimately good at things. But fatalities don't really impact the game, because it's just like insult to injury type thing. It's more or less like, okay, if you're doing Killer Instinct though, when you're doing double and triple ultras and whatnot, that takes timing and skill and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Like that. It's like something like, hey, that's a reward. Like I worked for it and I reap the benefits and displaying my skill. But you know, some folks were making a big deal about it. But then again, it's a scary thing where you know folks that I don't know how to do a fireball. Let me go buy a 99-cent DLC so I can hit one button and the fireball come out. You know what I mean? It's kind of scary, you know. But with that, for the sake of time, Shinwar, what are your thoughts on this DLC easy input for MKX?
And
He doesn't even know.
Disappears.
Okay, well, moving on.
Oh, one last thing.
Yeah.
I think that for people who buy this easy input stuff, they should be put into a different queue.
Oh,
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta. It's this freaking mic, man. Go ahead, Dave. I'll jump in right after you.
All right.
I think if you're using the easy inputs, I think you should be put into a different queue with only other people who use the easy inputs.
Oh, like CVS2 on the Xbox original, where if they had EO or whatnot, you could filter them out or not. So
Right.
Okay. So Shinwar, you had the mic malfunction, but yeah, your thoughts on the MK and NetherRealm Studios offering this kind of DLC?
Yeah, well, once again, I agree with you guys. It is an accelerator. It's actually already in game. You just have to grind to do it. But if you don't really care for the easy fatalities, you can pause the game. You can't do it online, but you won't have enough time. But if you're doing it offline, you can pause the game. You can tag and list the fatality, and it can be right on the screen.
That's cool.
It's just the way to make it easy. You'd be surprised. There are people that don't know how to do a fatality. They're just bad with
what
inputs.
they call training mode. Like back those.
And you're right. And they do have a fatality training mode in here to do it. But at the same time, it doesn't really impact the game, like you said, Alex. It's just adding insult to injury. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's like, dang, I don't know how to do a fatality. Oh, I got a 30-pack for you. And how much is the 30-pack?
It's like $4.
$5.
Yeah.
But then it's not like it's infinite. If you run out, then you got to buy more. So,
okay.
And like the Mizzle said, it's just a way for the developer to get some money back. So,
like Saban,
I want all that money
back. All right, Takuma.
I want my money. Why? Because
like Rihanna's song, "Pay Me What You Owe Me." But Takuma, what are your thoughts on this DLC?
I discovered the whole easy fatality yesterday. I was getting something and I was reading it, but I was still doing it the manual way. I think it's okay, for those who are just starting like me, but I'm still used to like whole block or input the commands and everything else or whatnot. So I guess for the new beginners and everything else, it's like an add-on.
Like a trainer.
My head cut off. But if not, then buy it. But for people who are more experienced in Mortal Kombat, if you're using it, I'm not gonna say you kind of cheat. I just want to say you want an easy win. But grind it out. So go to training, grind it out. Try to memorize it in your brain. So when you online and playing, you'll be like, oh, okay, I know what to do.
ADD society and instant gratification. They want it now. Like gamers are not like us, and those of us in our 30s and up, that we're looking at this generation like, damn, this is the type of DLC that they condone.
And like Shipwell said, before you kill somebody, you can like pause it and everything else. I was trying to figure out how to do brutalities, and I figured a few out. So I was like, wow. So it's cool. That's all I got.
All right. On your knees, what are your thoughts about like assistance DLCs for in gaming?
It's just another way to grab at your wallet. There's nothing else to say. I mean, you guys covered it's not game breaking anyway. It's not like you're getting an advantage. The match is already over when the fatalities come up. But this is just like one of the most ridiculous things you could buy in a game. One button things where 10 years ago in CVS2 they had the EX mode.
Oh, bullshit. Yeah, that was nonsense. You know what I mean? Because you had some folks just hitting down, hitting forward on the right stick, and ordinarily they're running around beating S-rank people. Like me, Shinwar, Demizzle, and a couple other folks. We were like S ranks, and
do I detect a little butt pain from years ago from you?
No, some guy was talking trash, and he was using that EO stuff, and then I took it to the next level, and he lost. Then he dropped on me. You know what I mean? That's why some of the training wheels got to be taken off. But like Demizo said, they should be put in a pool where let those guys play each other, you know, and let the hardcore, you know.
But Alex, let me ask you this: like in Third Strike for the Xbox 360. You can get Gil two ways. You can unlock him with every character, or you can just purchase him DLC. Yeah. So, what would you prefer? Would you prefer to grind it out or purchase him DLC?
Grind it out. That's the generation I come from. Me and Danae.
Right.
Yeah, Danae. When I give him his time to talk, he'll probably back me up on that. Like,
I agree with you, but there's just some people who are just lazy. Yeah, lazy,
pretty much.
But then they miss the reward, you know what I'm saying, for completing a daunting task. So.
Also, I feel as though they missed the training aspect within playing a fighting game. Mm-hmm. Because even though you wanted to open up that last character or that special character, if you had to beat the game of Third Strike with every character, I mean, you learned something. Like, going through the course of like playing with all those characters, you learn good spacing, this, that, and the other
matchups as you're going along.
But like now, I mean, you know, you got to understand the generation and society you're dealing with now. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. What can you?
We did. I don't know if we mentioned this yet, but Goro's behind the pre-order paywall.
Yeah.
But he's unlocked now, though. He's
unlocked.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some nonsense, you know.
But is that only pre-order?
Let's not even get on that right there. I mean, like, I think they did this one worse than what Street Fighter did in terms of, well, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, the cross-Tekken. Okay.
No, I just got a gripe with that because freaking GameStop puts this down your throat. Oh, you need to pre-order the game to get Goro. Really? I got the game on Saturday. Goro was already there with the DLC code already inside.
Liars!
GameStop needs They need to knock that off, man. That really has to stop.
Did you buy the physical copy at the store?
People, they were charging $100 and close to $115 to up to $160 for like the package you could have got online on the console via download for like $80.
That's
they were going bananas.
All right, hold on. Hey, 1 second. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, Ursa, did you buy that in store?
No, I did. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a common thing that happens when you buy the physical game in store. The entire initial shipment has the pre-order stuff in it. So even if you don't get it at launch, if you get one of those initial shipment games, you still get all the pre-order stuff.
Yeah, but
and that's been going on for years.
No, I understand that, Chris. But what GameStop does in their trickery, they make it seem like, oh, if you don't pre-order it, you won't get Goro.
Yeah,
but that's GameStop's MO. Like they have to make that business. You know,
that's been their MO.
I understand where you're coming from fully because they're very misleading at GameStop. They are very misleading.
Yeah, that's been their MO forever because they. Especially nowadays with people just downloading the games, you know, you had to get in massive shipments at first, and there was a change. You could run out of stock in store, but now that more people are buying online, they're probably still over ordering the game, so they have this initial shipment sitting in their stores before the DLC codes still in it, or the pre-order codes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Well, it's what it is. All right, and then to bring this to a close, Nelson, what are your thoughts?
Well, wow, that was a long wait. Just to answer the thing that Shinwa was saying, that the DLC code was inside the game. Of course, you guys can't see my camera, but the stream will. I have a PlayStation 4 copy right here. There was no DLC code initially installed in the packet. I had to get it on the receipt, and the only way how I was able to get it, I had to like ask them for the receipt, because GameStop is now doing shit where they don't give you the receipt no more.
No. For the purpose of returns, by law they have to give it to you.
Well, again, not all GameStops have to conform to that, because if the store is a small little franchise and not owned by corporate, they have the option to do so.
You can report them. That's against the law. They can't do that.
Again, that's for another topic. I'll talk about that later. Now, to the initial question of easy fatalities, let it happen. That's just how I'm going to say, let it happen, because there's going to be dumbass people out there, like, I won't mention anyone because I don't no longer speak to that person, but that dude will literally sit there on a mobile game and spend almost over $300 to $400 on mobile transactions to help him progress through the game because he's that pathetic and actually wanting to learn how the game actually works. And he couldn't wait. He couldn't wait a whole day like how the games are backed up now where you have like maybe like 15 moves and you gotta wait a whole day to get your moves reset unless if you pay for it. More or less the same shit. You don't want to think of how to input 5 different directions in one button, and you want to sit there and pay $5 for 30 fatalities. Then go right the fuck ahead. Who am I to tell you not to pay for something? You know? Who am I to tell you?
Yeah, so why you mad?
You know what?
Salty as hell.
You know what? That's a good point. We can't tell them how to spend their money. However, it's just like, damn, you know, where are gamers' mental? Where are they going? Because now it's going to get to a point where they're going to make games with this basically in mind where, okay, you got the game and then we can, you know, keep nickel and diming them, you know, with these extra thingies. And, you know, when we go into the next topic, it's still going to be MK because I just want to get MK out of the way. But with that, Nelson, do we have anybody on the chat with any questions or?
No, Slinky Jim is just, you know, replying back to stuff that we were mentioning with like the questions that was brought up and stuff. So he was just mentioning about like he always gets a receipt. They even use a fluorescent pen, the code or whatever, the marker to make sure like you know that you get the code on the receipt. But I mean, it's like I said, it's a lot of weird things going on as of lately. But I mean, as I said before, if they want to market to people that don't have any idea of how to do certain things and get easy fatalities, or as such as hopefully the next subtopic you're going to bring into this, which is the actual on DLC characters, that of course is not a surprise because one, it saves them time. Okay, that's
but you
one
know
thing.
what? We'll go into that, like, I guess, because, you know, I'm trying to keep it in smaller pieces for viewership numbers. That was, you know, but you'll be the first to talk on that one, Nelson, once we go into it. But for our YouTube folks, we're going into intermission. Today we're really stacked, as you can see, with the staff -1. Shout out to Brother Noop.
Well, he just contacted me saying that he's about to join the podcast. I think he just left from wherever the hell he left from.
Yeah, but we're gonna keep moving, and Noop is always good with, you know, falling in with the flow. But with that, YouTube, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Twitch, newgamingorder.com. That's where we hub all our information from Twitter, Facebook, website, and all that good stuff. So thank you for joining us. For those who are watching live, you're going to get the raw director's cut, which some folks really like because the intermissions are kind of weird. But with that, we out like the Juggernaut bitch, and we'll be back on the next segment. Peace.
Alright, let me rename it. What's up, Playboy?
Playboy, damn, Mr. Hefner himself. What's up? Now the next thing is the DLC thing.
Oh my god.
Because I don't think what's it called? The story mode.
Well, it's I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I'm just going to. I don't want to rant because I know folks. That's all they want to see me like meltdown.
It's entertaining.
Oh my god.
He says that he likes the fact that you called him Mr. Hefner.
Unbelievable. Hey, you know what? NYC Playboy is James Bond Jr. This guy is all over the record. Yeah, this guy is like a spy. He
Alex,
takes care of Nelson.
Alex, I'm gonna hate you for a while because you got that stupid theme song from that cartoon stuck in my head.
What's the theme song?
The James Bond Jr. cartoon theme song.
Unbelievable.
James Bond Jr. Station Scum. That one, right?
What the heck? Did they making us look old, man?
It was it on Channel 9, I think, locally?
Yeah, that's Saturday morning.
Weekday mornings or Sunday mornings?
I think it was Saturday morning. It was
No,
Saturday morning.
it was not a Saturday. It was not a Saturday morning cartoon.
You sure?
You know what? I'm just veering off topic a little bit. Did you hear that they finally canceled Saturday morning cartoons?
I think that was a while ago.
Late. I was pissed about.
Yeah, they did that. Yeah,
Really,
you
for real?
will not see Saturday morning cartoons anymore.
We
On
did
what
it-
channel?
They said they're not
All
educational enough.
All of them.
Yep, all of them. They canceled all of that stuff. Like, what was it? what was it, like 3 months ago? I think that was the last episode they were showing of Dragon Ball. What was that? Dragon Ball
Z Kai on Channel 11.
Yeah, on Channel 11. That was the last time you're going to see Channel 11. I mean, Saturday morning cartoons.
Wow.
Didn't we have a topic on this a while ago?
No. I probably wasn't on it, but like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, man.
Unbelievable. Chris, count it.
All right, so are we ready to start?
No, I wasn't
Yes.
paying attention. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, actually, there's 2 of them.
All right, so 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to come back like the Juggernaut, bitch. This is Alex Lexus Nelson, New Gaming Order staff, Free Play Mode, and Tough Nerd Toys LLC, coming at you with segment number 2 for our April 16th podcast. Now, make sure you check out our first video where we're talking about the DLC for Easy Inputs for MKX, and leave your comments in the comment section. And with this, MKX is doing really well right now, but it's plagued with some issues. And here's the thing, I know, and shout out to Brother Noble, because I guess we were riding motorcycles one time and we went to a park and we were talking about how companies need to survive. Okay, now Danae and I are kind of close in age, and we are in this mindset that, okay, when you sell the game, sell it in its entirety. Now the business model has changed so much, where in a digital age, the companies are banking on the fact that DLC is going to extend the income revenue of each game. Now, the game can be completely finished, and then they'll lock pieces off, and then they'll trickle it out to you. And then, dum-dums like will sit there like, oh yeah, this is cool, we're getting DLC. It's not DLC. It's partition gaming, where you think you're getting what we used to pay full price and have complete access to. Now, NetherRealm Studios went down the same path as Capcom, and NetherRealm Studios has never had that reputation before. Now, I would say this. I went and got that $80 bundle or whatever because I got the Predator helmet and all that, and I just wanted to have access to Predator. But with that, it's just DLC should be DLC, not disc lock content. It's a shame that in the article that you'll see in the description below, they pretty much confirmed the PC version has all of this content available. All right. Other folks have had means to discover that this was on the console as well. Now, I get the business model has changed, but man, sticking a syringe in your customers, knowing full well that, hey, MK Fanatics will continue to purchase, stuff that they literally have on their disc. Everything that's on that disc should be yours. But it's just like revisiting my rant videos from Asura's Wrath. The same thing for Street Fighter Cross Tekken, where the entire roster was on the disc. Even on the Xbox 360 version, Mega Man is on that disc. But the Xbox version never got Mega Man. But who cares? He sucked anyway. But wow. So, I'm going to give Demizzle the floor first. Well, matter of fact, Demizzle and then Shinwar, and then I'll keep going from there. But Demizzle, your thoughts on this new discovery, a disappointing one at that NetherRealm Studios went this route?
Not surprising to me.
Okay.
Very, very few things video game companies do these days actually surprises me. So it's kind of expected, because it goes back to the initial thing that I said about the accelerator. It's just a way for the developers to try and get as much money back as they can as quick as possible.
Low money.
Because let's face facts, games these days are costing a lot more to make, and while they still have the $60 price point, developers are not making back the money that they initially saw in previous generations, and it's going to keep going like that. So they have to come up with more ways to make back their money.
With more money?
Yeah.
Okay.
More
Shut up,
money, more money.
Okay. But
Yeah.
my thing, Missile, is just what is it that's making games more expensive to develop?
Marketing budgets.
No, it's not even marketing.
Marketing budgets. You barely see commercials anymore.
It's
Oh,
the heart.
what
it's
was
the
it?
heart.
The Tomb Raider. The
Yeah.
marketing budget was like either equal or double the production budget. And
Why?
they didn't make it was a ridiculous number. I don't know the numbers offhand.
That's stupid.
But the marketing budget was at least half the budget, and they didn't make and they said it was a failure at 5 million copies sold in a month.
Wow. That's stupid. But Demizo, continue.
You also have to realize that games are taking longer to make because of the technology. You have to. A lot of these games either have to like lease an engine like the Unreal Engine or the Unity engine, or they have to build one from scratch. And as technology and graphics get more advanced, that takes a while.
But here's the thing, Demizo. Like, okay, me as an independent Mugen creator, like when Fighter Factory was developed and all the other tools to help make, like I was making Goken and a couple other characters, as time progressed, it got easier to make the characters. And it made, the tools should be getting better or making it.
Here's the difference, Alex. Even though you made a lot of that from scratch, you're still using pre-existing assets from other games. Like you used assets from Street Fighter 3, you used assets from
properties.
Yeah.
So, like we got to make it from scratch, but we try to emulate that as best we can.
But if you were doing this in, say, a corporate setting, like say you worked for Namco and you want to make the next whatever game, you have to make your own tools. That costs manpower hours. You have to debug those tools. That cost manpower hours.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
You essentially have to build an engine from the ground up, make sure it works, and then make your game. So that's a lot of manpower hours. And as hardware and graphics get more advanced,
and this is what happened with Capcom and Street Fighter V, where they're not using their in-house engine for it. They're doing the Unreal Engine, And I wonder if Dimps is even going to be involved in the development of
Dimps is making Street Fighter V
with the Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it'll work out for them then. All right. So for the sake of time, Demizo, I get it.
It's just as technology gets more advanced, you're spending more time building tools and building assets, and that costs just as much money as it costs to make the actual game.
Okay, fair enough. On your knees, what are your thoughts on dislock content? And
I think you already know my opinion. Is just like everything else, they're just trying to squeeze more money out of the players, for the most part. But it's the way of the times. It's the way of the future. Asia is where the pay-to-play schemes, the premium games and all that shit became popular. And it was just a matter of time before I made it over here. And if it wasn't successful, they wouldn't do it. But apparently it's working for them, so they're going to keep doing it.
Okay. All right, Danae, your thoughts?
Basically, it's business as usual. I mean, years ago when I went to a toy fair and when I went to Comic-Con and Toy Fair. Well, at Toy Fair, you have like the developers, the toy creators, distribution companies. They pretty much give you a heads up on what's coming down the pipeline. With the DLC content and the locked away content, I saw this coming a mile away. As a matter of fact,
I remember you told us on Xbox Live.
People, I was like, one time we was on Xbox. I was telling people, I was like, bro, you're going to start paying for extra content to play night. And this guy that used to be in my party all the time named Amazing Great One, he was like, nah.
Amazing.
Yeah, you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, nah.
Oh, hold on. He'd be like, hey, yo, nerd.
Yeah. That's
Exactly. And I was like, bro, believe me when I tell you, I heard. Because remember, Alex, I came back because I think we stopped over my house that day. Like not too long before I was either going or coming from Comic-Con. And I said, Alex, I got some crazy shit to tell you, bro. And like, that's when I was just like, they're going to start charging. They're going to start releasing these incomplete games and charging everyone for DLC, which is like the new scheme now. And when it comes to beta testing, there are no beta testers. We're the beta testers. Because perfect example,
It cuts costs because you got to pay the beta tester.
Assassin's Creed was perfect example. They crap out a game, and then when we start complaining, that's when they patch it. In the meantime, you bought our stuff, next project. You know what I mean?
That's not cool.
I know it's not. But I mean, as On Your Knees stated, it's business. It's business.
If that's the case, though, I think that to maybe help offset some of these costs, go digital only so that they don't have to pay printing manufacturers of these discs to maybe bring down the cost of these games.
The only way to circumvent this nonsense that they're doing.
It's just a thought.
The only thing to circumvent this nonsense that they're doing right now, that they're trying to make the mainstay of business, is for us to take control, is to control them with our dollars. That's the only way to change the situation, because it's getting out of hand. It's getting completely out of hand. All right, I can see like perfect example. We're going to use the Asura's Wrath for a perfect example, right?
Oh, don't even get me started on that, man. Ooh,
yeah.
I was hot, bro.
Yeah, it was very messed up. But at the same token, all right, if you're going to make me buy DLC, give me something substantial. Don't make me feel like I just bought like I ordered a sub, but then they just gave me the meat and the tomatoes and everything later on. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
That's actually a good way to put it.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy analogy, but I'm like, don't just like, here go your sub. Be like, man, it's just mustard and mayonnaise on here. Oh, if you want to fix it, you got to order yeah. You're like, oh, come on, bro.
You know what? And we beat this horse. We beat this dead horse so many times, Danae, on past podcasts, and I'm not going to dwell too long on it, but for NetherRealms and MK, which
I was very surprised. I was very surprised at NetherRealms. Because when that last Mortal Kombat came out, I was surprised, and I was like overjoyed at how much content they were giving us for free. Like even though they had like the it was a ninja pack or something that they had with MK9. But if you played the game enough, they opened up for you and stuff like that. Or if you did a certain amount of things, they would just give you the character. We're like, now they're like, oh yeah, you want to play as Goro with his sandals on? Here, give us $20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like that's a good deal. But for the sake of time,
I'm exaggerating the situation. But
I got you.
They really tricked everybody, because I'm gonna be honest with you. The main purpose of me purchasing Mortal Kombat was to play as Jason Voorhees, and I'm still waiting. You know what I mean? And I got the premium edition, and nothing happened.
It's all good. But for the sake of time, I'm gonna switch. Nelson, do you want to go next, or you want to go at the end?
It's up to you.
All right, because normally I'll go first, and then you can bookend it or whatnot. But I mean, what are your thoughts?
It is what it is. Again, the same thing like with the free fatalities. It's gonna happen. I mean, for the companies, it's for them to save time, and then at this on the same token, you're paying what $25 for the season pass supposedly to have a 1 kilobyte unlock for each character.
Yeah.
That is apparently time exclusives where it will just like open up.
Eventually be free.
Right, but there is people that will sit there and complain about, oh, that's fucked up. If it's on the disc, how come we should just not have it right off the bat and certain shit like that? It's to do that to hype people up. It's to hype people up, and it's to bring in more viewers and to bring in their way of marketing. To be like, okay, we're gonna fish in several thousand people for Jason. We're gonna fish in several thousand for Tremor, and then after Tremor is Predator. That's gonna be the biggest week for MK, because everyone wants to play as fucking Predator.
Yeah.
So that's when everyone's gonna jump in and buy
that day.
Everyone's gonna jump in and buy the season pass when the Predator time slot opens up, which is what are we in April? May 24th is when the Predator comes out. So from now till then, they're not expecting to make too much money on the season pass, but during that beginning week, oh my lord, the floodgate's gonna open the fuck up for that guy. Like, to know how, but it is what it is, though. I mean, Capcom's done it. Now, from what we hear, NetherRealm Studios, and you also have a lot of cell phone game companies that do that shit as well. So it's like, it's not a surprise no more. It's bound to fucking happen.
It's normal. It's normal practice now.
Yeah.
But to wrap up, Takuma, then Shinwar. Takuma, your thoughts on the full DLC stuff discovered for MKX?
Well, if you got it online, I guess you got a good deal. But if you went to GameStop and got that whole shit and you got screwed, oh well. Because I canceled my shit as the moment I found out I was going to wait till like 9 o'clock at midnight. I said, fuck it, I can go home and pay $80, download it, get all the characters I really want, and go get my $10 back. And the funny thing about it is, when I got my money back, he's like, oh, you don't want Goro? I said, dude, he's been downloaded already. What you know about that? I said, give me my motherfucking money.
Wow, dang, he went GameStop. Thug life at GameStop.
Yeah.
$10 and me a value meal. that's all I got for that.
All right, and Shinwar, to wrap it up, your thoughts on the discovery of MKX?
It's already on the disc or whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't really bother me, but it comes down to for the company. So when the character's released, all it is nothing but an unlock tool, and we're not fully downloading the character because he's already on the disc. So we're just unlocking him because he's already on there. Mm-hmm. So I mean, if that's the new practice, it's the new practice.
Now I think this is Capcom's fault. I blame Capcom because they were the first ones to jump into the pool. Now everybody wants to jump into the pool. Yay, it's cool.
I have to kind of defer because I literally had a conversation with someone about this. I think sports games were the first to actually do this shit. With like, let's say for an example, the whole the 2K series, right? They recently, from what I've seen, started coming out with like these microtransaction card packets that when you buy a certain amount of coins with the pack, you unlock certain playable superstars to add to like your roster or your My Team supposedly. And they say specifically that within certain times of the months, they will add more and more of legends and old school basketball players into the thing. No, they're already in the game, bro. It's just they're fucking with you so you can sit there and again build up the hype, save up all your fucking money, waste it on the virtual currency when you use real money, and buy something that you might not even get, like you trying to fucking hit the lotto. So you spend even more fucking money on that shit.
Yeah, they know what they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. But with that, Nelson, anybody on the chat with anything they chimed in on?
Well, the only thing that from what I see is the Playboy mentioned that the PC version of Mortal Kombat is still fucked up, and
unplayable.
The fact that you're not able to change your buttons at all if you own an arcade stick or probably a regular controller. And Slinky Jim was just talking about, the stuff he was agreeing with the animation and, it's costing more and stuff like that. Okay. And he just mentioned again that the PC version sucks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, normally from now on, towards the end of the topic, we always go to the chat to make sure, your input is actually part of the broadcast. So with that, we're going to close the book on segment number 2. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for our YouTube folks. Those of you checking out live, stay for the director's cut so we can have all our jokes and hiking on people and everything. So make sure you check out newgamingorder.com. Again, I reiterate, newgamingorder.com, where we will have all our information. So thank you for our YouTube folks who are just joining us. Make sure you go back and check out the first segment and check out the next segment. So we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Alright, let me just rename this.
Now, was I just not paying attention, or did Alex not say unbelievable once there?
Unbelievable.
I think I was like in the zone. I was in the zone.
He didn't mention it this time around, but I'm pretty sure there will be a point.
Well, no, I think I didn't chime in enough. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I know this is a little bit off topic again. Check out this game for Android called Fatal Fight.
Fatal Fight?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Fatal Fight. All right, I'll check it out.
It's, on the front of it, it's the on like the cover, it's like a guy that looks a little bit like Aang.
All right, you know what? Send it to me on Facebook. The link.
I'll send you the link.
What's the next topic by any chance?
All right. The next one is the ESA talking about hacking or extending the life of games that are no longer supported, and they're trying to make it illegal.
Oh, not this shit. Okay, we spoke about this not long ago. Okay. Alright, so I'm about to start.
But then again, you know what? I can combine that with the GameStop and the retro gaming stuff.
Yeah, you can.
Alright, so...
Well, why did it make it back in the news again? Because we did talk about it a while ago.
What
was new about this most recent thing?
I think we just touched on it, but being that the companies are now going back, or GameStop is trying to go back and collect money off of old stuff.
Give me just a second to read this, skim through this article.
Alright, hold on 1 second, because Noop just signed on. I don't know if he wants to join as of now.
Alright, I mean, I can shoot him.
Yeah, shoot him an invite so then I can reframe the structure real quick.
Yeah, and you know what? He would be coming in at a good time too. Do I have him as Noop or Rob?
Robert Wilson Jr.
Right.
He just gave out his own government.
Wow. Yo, you know that man's a teacher? Unbelievable. Mr. Wilson. Dun, dun, dun.
Hopefully he chimes in. Hopefully. If not, then it's fine.
Oh, there's another Mad Max movie?
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
What? Is that Bane?
Christ, dude. This dude's mad late.
Junior.
Unbelievable. What the
You ain't shit, David.
Yeah, but let's see if he chimes in. If he doesn't chime in within like the next minute or so, then we'll keep going.
Yeah. Alright, but I'll kind of weave that ESA stuff into the GameStop going back with the retro game.
Slinky Jim asked everyone, have we ever played something called Blade Symphony on Steam?
Blade Symphony, what's that?
That's been out for a while. I showed it to you a while ago, Alex. It's like a free-to-play, like
a
arena
type game.
Yeah, except it's dueling one-on-one.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Oh, make sure you guys check out Blood Rain Mirage. I think I did a video on it.
Yes, you
yeah,
have.
that
It's on
is
YouTube.
the soundtrack on that game is beast, bro. And it's 2 players, so like think of like Double Dragon, but it's like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, but you can level up the character and everything. It's pretty cool. Think Contra. What the heck?
Noop, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, cool.
Oh,
What's up,
God.
Nuke?
Smart brother in the house. He's house.
Hell, he's not even on the top of the screen anymore.
Wow. All right.
Alright, so let me recrop everything. Just give me a few seconds.
Director's cut, baby.
Director's what?
Yo, you know what? Shinwar, remember TJ? Yo, that's the little bull, yo, from the Los Matadores.
Yo, that's messed up, yo.
I'm done.
Oh, yo.
What's messed
Alright.
up is how Best Buy did me, yo. Hold on, yo.
Hold on, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah,
But
No,
PSA.
we ain't gotta talk. I'm gonna do an unboxing of my Mortal Kombat, but I gotta do it tonight because I can't play until I do the unboxing. So I'll do it in that, and we ain't gotta waste time on that.
okay, so
Yo, Noob, you coming out with the new day? What the heck?
really,
What?
He said
New
you coming
day?
out with the
So,
New Day.
yo, that's messed up.
You said I'm coming out with a new day. What?
the wrestling group, man.
I don't know what that is.
He knows exactly. You know, Big E Langston, that's his brother.
I don't know what that is.
What is it, sir? I haven't watched
You know,
wrestling
the new
since
day
like
is
October of
Danae.
last year.
The new day is Danae, Noop, and Demizzle.
Nah, it's not me.
Okay, so
New day.
okay, so we're gonna start the next
David, why
topic.
do you sound so dry today? What's wrong, bro?
Oh no, man, I'm kind of fighting a cold.
Oh, it's the time of the season.
Who's winning?
All right, so I'm ready to roll.
5, 4,
He said
3,
who's winning against the
2,
cold?
1.
Obviously not.
We back like the juggernaut, bitch, and we got brother Noop up in the house. So let's welcome him with. No, we ain't gonna welcome him with open arms. He ain't guest. He's part of the staff. So
God damn!
What segment is this? 2, 3? How
This
late?
is
3.
this is 3.
Ooh!
You all late, but you know what? Justifiably so. But before we get into this next topic, Nuke, you sure you don't want to tell the fans about what you were just going through?
Alright, well guys, long story short, y'all know I always preach about Best Buy's Gamer Club. In the words of Angry Joe, they done effed it up.
Hey, he was bigging them up too.
Shut up. I mean, but no, I gotta commend them. I gotta commend them though. They fixed it. So I pre-ordered the collector's edition of Mortal Kombat. Went to go pick it up. They didn't have it. The employee was like, "Oh, it was first come first serve." I was like, "I reserved it." What do you mean first come first serve? So they called another store, and they said they would have it for me the next day, which is today. Went in there today, still wasn't there. So I spoke with the manager, and the manager actually drove across town to go get it and brought it back to me at Best Buy.
You want to know why, right? They didn't want you giving a bad review. Like,
first of all, I already told them. I gave them the new game in order, and I said, "Oh, we're doing the podcast." Hello.
What?
Oh, I already told them.
Unbelievable.
I said, tune into this one. Now, I'm not gonna bash them. What happened was, mine actually did come in, but somebody sold it when they weren't supposed to.
Oh, so they should be fired.
I didn't say that, so
I said it.
See, that's the new threat these days. Instead of filing a complaint with the Better Business Bureau, it's like, oh, we doing a podcast.
Yeah, they were like his car and drove 20-something minutes away to get him the game. He got in his car and unbelievable. But that's just a PSA. So, Noop, welcome. Glad to have you back.
But before we start, though, Playboy said Big E is Noop's brother.
No, that is not.
Unbelievable.
First of all, Alex is the one that be doing all the bench pressing and stuff. Why y'all comparing me and Big E? I'm eating Chinese food right now.
What the heck is unbelievable? You know what?
Yo, I'm lifting that Snicker bar like the Nutty Professor. Yo, hold on.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But with that, going into the next topic, GameStop.
Perfect.
I normally am not on GameStop's side, but
you still don't need to be.
No, but here I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Keep the hate strong, Alex. Don't
now,
give in to
Shinwar and I were at Comic-Con last year, and we have some videos where, matter of fact, I have to put the rest of the videos up, the unseen videos, where we saw retro consoles, like you know, like 4-in-1 consoles, like Nintendo, SNES, Genesis, and all that stuff. You know, like all the vintage stuff, like Nintendo, you know, like the old cartridges working in one unit.
That's cool.
And the prices were really high on some of these things. You know, now
that's not cool.
Yeah, it's not. But you know, you had I'm pretty sure like Danae, Demizel, and Shinwar.
Get on this.
Right. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna give you a minute, but it's like
I'm going first.
The prices for some of these collectible items were too high. Like Guardian Heroes, my Sega Saturn disc, which Garvin Gokin 86 broke my disc with my other cousin Spencer. I was hot because that game cost me like $100-something. You know what I mean? So with that, it's something now. GameStop is going to start going the Funko Land route and bringing back sales of Super Nintendo, Genesis. Sega Saturn wasn't on the list, but a lot of the old consoles are going to be. Money's going to be involved. I want to know how that's going to affect emulation. Are companies now going to go after these folks like Sony went after Bleen? Is it going to be like a lot of static going on? And with some companies who lost copyright, trademarks, rights to certain games like Double Dragon and things of that nature, how is this going to shake things up? I think the only good thing that this has done is now those people who are freaking crooks selling games for like 800 something whatever, absorbing that amount of money on eBay, it'll pop that bubble, and now they can just say, hey, you can go to a local GameStop and pick it up.
But I'm one of those people.
But you know what? Hold on. We're gonna stay organized because the Bulls are ready to come out of the den on this one.
I want to go first.
All right, because since Snoop is just getting here, we're gonna let him go first, and then you, Demizel. But Snoop, what are your thoughts on this?
All right, 3 main points. One, I believe Dreamcast was on that list, and I do have some of the rarest Dreamcast games that you can get, including Project Justice, and I do have it listed for $200 on Amazon. Anyway, the other 2 points, and I'm gonna just let y'all really have at it because I gotta do laundry. One, I did read about this.
Mhm.
It's not every GameStop. It's like
it's in New York and Texas.
Texas, right? And it's like the pilot program. Okay, so I was excited too. I didn't know that they were going to be selling the consoles. I thought they were just doing trades.
Yeah,
But I
they're
assume
gonna go
that's
through the whole
purpose.
refurbishing thing where
Well, that ain't gonna work with Dreamcast because once you scratch it, that's it. But number two, all I'm curious is, trade-in wise, what are you gonna give me?
10
Shit.
cents.
That's
Shit. You ain't
Huh?
get nothing.
Well, then it's the same thing over again. So I'm not even excited anymore. I'm done. If I'm
Dang.
not gonna get it, like I gotta get, you know what I mean? You gotta make it worth my while. Don't have me bring a Nintendo cartridge and you tell me 10 cents. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real, because it's gonna be like that. Because at the time, how are you gonna base what you should give? What do they base it off of? You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna do it like a Kelly Blue Book thing for it. You know what I mean?
Yo, they give me $200 for this Project Justice. Let's go.
GameStop they ain't got that kind of money. But
Yeah,
anyway,
ahead,
GameStop
y'all.
be selling games for $100 straight when it's a rare item.
Yeah, I bet you they will.
See, here's the thing.
all right, Dismissal, go ahead.
Here's what's gonna happen, because I've been feeding into this. Like, you're gonna get a lot of people like who have like the common games, like your Contras and your Bases Loadeds and your Sonic the Hedgehogs and stuff like that. You're not gonna get the rare games.
The Hog Mall.
Sonic the Chitlin. But
What the heck?
Yeah, he's right. You
No,
you
but,
go ahead with what you're saying. I agree with you because I know what you're about to say.
you're not gonna get the super rare games like the Caltron games that were made for Nintendo. You're not gonna get your Chrono Triggers. You're not gonna get your Action 52s. You're not gonna get the super rare games that cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars on the collector's.
Emulation.
You're gonna get those games that cost maybe like $2 to $5 at a swap meet, or you're gonna get maybe a slightly rare game that'll cost between like $20 to $25, where you'll have to go to an actual collector. And what this will actually do is it'll drive the price gougers out,
Yes.
but it'll also drive the I'm in this to make a quick buck and not actually in it for the actual collection people out, because you do have people who are in it simply for, okay, let me get a full complete collection and I'm gonna sell it on eBay for a couple of $1,000s because it's a full collection. How they're gonna go about judging what to give a person, I've been involved in retro gaming, trading and pricing with friends, and there are several factors because you have to consider, does the game have the box? Does the game have the instruction manual? How good of condition is the box? And
I
how
got
good
all
of
that.
condition is the instruction manual? And how good is the label? Like, is the pins in the cartridge corroded? Does the game still work? Is it an authentic or is it a reproduction? There's so many
Well,
different
damn,
factors.
Dismissal.
You know,
you're getting
and
it.
you know what
he's
another
like
issue is? I'm gonna jump in and jump right back out. The Mizzle, that's a good point. Because what if I come in here and I have a Dreamcast game, a Nintendo game, a Super Nintendo game? Y'all got all them consoles in there to test it? Y'all line's gonna be out the door.
See, but that's the thing. They're not gonna have the consoles in the stores. From what I read of the pilot program, they're gonna take the trade-ins and then they're gonna send them to their refurbishing center. So, like, what they're gonna do is they're gonna have a kiosk, like an internet kiosk, where
Got to bring them bad games, yo. Hold on.
where you can like go on the kiosk and look up the game that you want, and then you order it, and then it gets sent to the GameStop or it gets sent to your house. That's
Really? So they're not gonna quality. So do you get your credit before or after the quality testing?
see, that's something I don't know, but it is gonna post.
That's
on-
a can. Because first of all, you're gonna pay me if I'm gonna send you this Project Justice. Let's talk about this for a minute. I need my money. Yeah, that's weird. But go ahead. Interesting.
All right, but for the sake of time, I don't want it to run too long. But can you wrap up the Mizzle?
Oh yeah, like.
That's what she said.
People are like, oh, is this gonna drive the independent like stores out? Like
Video Game Land, the mom and pop shops,
Yeah,
that drive on this.
like there's
I ain't got
this guy,
none, so.
like there's this guy I watch, Pat the NES Punk, and he has his friend Ian who runs Luna Games out in San Diego, and it's a retro game stop. And people are like, oh, it's gonna drive people like them out of business. No, it's not. It's gonna, like, because those stores mainly deal in the rare to super rare games, and those are where the real collectors go to get those rare games. So they're going to carry games that you won't find at GameStop that won't be common, so there will still be a marketplace for those types of stores. But yeah, you'll see the GameStop carry your very common games that you'll pay maybe like $5-6 for, and it'll drive the price gougers out, and it'll drive the I'm only in this for money people out, because it's gonna drive gaming prices down.
Yeah, it's a good thing, and this is a GameStop attempt at staying relevant. You know what I mean? Because you know it's what it is. But Shinwar, what are your thoughts on this?
Cuff GameStop.
Shin
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you now, brother.
All right.
It's I think it's cool that they're bringing the retro gaming back. I would like to definitely get my hands on another Dreamcast, just for the nostalgic piece of it. But how far are they going back with it, though? Did they say?
As far as Nintendo, from what I heard.
Okay, so that includes Sega Genesis, Sega CD, Sega Saturn.
No, Saturn is not on the list.
Saturn's not on the list.
What's on the list? I didn't read up on it.
Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Sega CD, no 32X, Sony PlayStation, and Sega Dreamcast.
Okay, that's cool. So that
No
Super
64?
Nintendo's gonna be a
Really?
big one.
Yeah,
That's
Nintendo
definitely gonna be a
64
big
too.
one.
I got a copy of GoldenEye upstairs in my jewelry box. Hello.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in that Dreamcast. But I think like with the mom and pop stores, a lot of those mom and pop stores like Cash for Games and Toy and Game Land, they have those like those authentic old games and like
in great condition. Like Shinwar, remember when we were at Comic-Con? Those mom and pop stores go and buy tables at the venue of Comic-Con, and they have that stuff on display, and you'll be like, wow, they still have this, like, you know. So that's.
But you know what's gonna be funny? Those adapters from back in the day, we would have to get converters to play it on the new digital TVs.
Now you see, I want to get a Nintendo to play Duck Hunt, because I was bam, 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 you know, shooting the duck.
You won't be able to do that.
Really?
Because you can't use an old light gun on a new
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the technology is different.
You're gonna have to find an old CRT TV to play those games on.
Yeah, exactly.
So you mean to tell me House of the Dead 1 and 2 I can't play? You know, or actually House of the Dead 2 on the
I don't
Dreamcast.
think any of the light gun games will work out from that, unless it's like a Wii generation version where you got the sensor bar that tracks the actual movement.
You would have to mod the, like, let's say for an example, if you get like the Time Crisis game that recently came out on the PlayStation 3 in Japan only, you could just get that and just like reroute like information, but that's a lot of hard modding to throw it on the computer just to play it on the LCD monitor. But that's for an off-topic, offline.
Okay. But you know, Shinwar made a good point. Dreamcast had some very good games, like
They did.
and you know, I think that would definitely help the Dreamcast. You know, being that Sega, the entity that was Sega, they're all gone. You know what I mean? And that's their lasting legacy. And the Dreamcast getting a second shot, kind of not in the mainstream, but you know, folks will get to see what me and Danae were playing at BDS Software or Power Stone and so on and so forth.
Yeah, man.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
that's if, you know what I mean, that's if those games get traded or get into circulation. And also you run into what happened with like the PS2 era, people trading in trash games. You go buy it, it doesn't work, you got to return it. So it's like, that's what I'm worried about, because the Dreamcast, I loved it. I just sold my Dreamcast. But those discs, yo, you scratch it, that's it.
The GD-ROMs, they took an extra layer off. There was a whole thing behind it, why they were so sensitive. But for the sake of time, Danae, you're gonna go, then Babuma, and then Nelson.
I don't get a turn.
No, I'll get you in there, Chris. Go ahead.
Well, this is reverse racism. I will not stand for this.
Oh, you'll stand. You'll stand.
So you're Christopher Reeves now? You won't stand for this?
One Spanish guy.
Well,
You'll
my
stand.
favorite actor is Christopher Walken, so I do understand your joke there, Alex.
No, all right. Go ahead, Danae.
Well, I think, you know, as you said, they're just trying to keep themselves relevant, because at this point, GameStop is a slowly sinking ship, if you ask me.
Mhm.
I mean, like, you go to the stores, like me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was never a fan of GameStop. But you go to their stores and you see it's not even as crowded as it used to. It's not getting that much traffic. So they're doing
midnight releases. You don't even see that much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know, it's like they gradually. To me, I feel as though it's kind of like their last great act of defiance, and in terms of trying to stay relevant and stay alive.
Mhm.
But I mean, you know, if it works out for them, all well and good. But I mean, me, I'm a seller myself. I sell a lot of stuff on eBay and Amazon. So,
Mhm.
I mean, I can understand how the independent seller might feel threatened by it, but I don't think it would cause too many problems or cause an issue
Mhm.
in terms of the mom and pop stores. I really don't.
Okay. All right, Takuma, your thoughts?
Man, just do what's right. That's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And Nelson, your thoughts, and then on your knees you go last. Back of the bus, buddy.
Let's see.
What
We're
is
talk-
this? Am I the reverse roles of parts now? For real?
Okay, so we're talking about the retro thing from GameStop. So, I mean, it would be a good idea, but again, we're talking about stuff that we're gonna question into how much they're gonna sell these things for, and how much in good condition they're gonna sell these things for. Yeah, you say you got a pre-owned and whatnot, but you can't send these things back to their rightful companies to get it refixed or
I'm gonna be honest with you. At this point, I really don't think it's a question of quality with GameStop. They're gonna do whatever they have to make that money. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's gonna be a lot of mess ups with this. Trust me.
There is. I can see a lot of fuck ups with this. Like, I can understand like the games can get resurfacing, like the CD and stuff. That's fine. I can see that. But me trying to pick up a Dreamcast, like what Shinwar was saying, at a decent relative price, I think GameStop is gonna really struggle with this, because I'll put it on blast right now. I could go to 42nd Street to a game store called J&L Gaming, which they do sell imports and
I know that
games.
place. Mhm.
I could get a Dreamcast brand new, in box,
Sealed.
with 4 games for $70.
Yeah.
And I guarantee GameStop will come out, huh?
Not for long.
Well, no, not for long, no, but I'm just saying, like, GameStop might try to pull a fast one. It's like, oh, but we got the Sega Sports version. That's considered limited edition, so we might sell it for $150. And
Oh, you mean the black one?
The black one,
Yeah, I
the
have one.
white
It's sitting
one,
right in the attic.
the blue one. I seen the green one before. I seen the Hello Kitty one before. I seen a
the
bunch
Choo
of
Choo
them.
Rocket one?
I seen the
hey.
Choo Choo Rocket one. I seen the Skies of Arcadia version. I seen a whole bunch of fucking Dreamcasts, dude. It's like, the list goes on.
Mhm.
I just hope they really don't fuck up, because when that happens, guarantee all the mom and pop shops that still sell vintage games is gonna get shot through the roof, and everyone's gonna jump to them even quicker.
Yeah, that could be a case.
Well, like I
I mean,
said-
it could backfire in GameStop's face. Who knows?
Well, with any business, you know, it could be like any position that you take or any move that you make could be your nail in the coffin. You know what I'm saying? And like with this one, if GameStop doesn't tread carefully and really do their research and like manage this correctly, they can put themselves like really completely out of business.
And like
Another
an
issue
NBA
they're
Jam,
gonna run into
like
is
an NBA
But they're
Jam.
going with old material, you're going to run into problems. It's inevitable.
Yeah, they don't have the servicing for that cartridges or whatever anymore. So
they don't have the space either. GameStop stores are small.
Yes,
And
they are.
and they
You
closed
already
down how
said-
many locations? Like
You
what was
sell
it,
cell
150?
phones, you sell tablets, you sell iPods. Where are you going to put all this stuff? You're talking about adding the stock of about 5 or 6 more consoles. Like, is it going to be bargain bin stuff? Like, what is it?
Well, you got to also understand too, they're getting rid of a lot of their physical material. So, I mean,
I doubt it'll be a bargain bin type thing.
no,
I think
not
it's
gonna
gonna
be a bargain bin thing.
it's gonna
They're
be
getting rid
it's
of a lot
gonna
of their material. So
it's gonna have a lot of shelf space. I can tell you
Yeah.
that much.
All right.
they
Now,
get rid of a lot of their old material, like physical copies, so on and so forth. So I mean,
okay.
I'm eating at the same time.
It's
Yeah.
all right, but it's a wait and
Oh
see
my,
thing.
hello.
But I'm excited because I can actually start looking to get Dreamcast content. That's the only reason why I'm thumbs up for it.
Well,
But
then again, you can
I'm gonna
just
be honest with you.
do.
I didn't care as long as I
Don't
got.
do it. Don't say it, Nelson.
Once I found out there were emulators, I could care less about old consoles.
all right, yeah. Hold on, go ahead, Nelson.
No, I was about to say, remember that thing that I told you about where Playboy sent me the article that with the hard drive thing?
Oh yeah. No comment. No
You
comment.
could just do that, get all your stuff, save money.
But you know what?
Copies, Alex?
You see what GameStop should do, and which should be implemented, that Capcom semi-console thing that I put on the Facebook page some time back. The CPS2, CPS1, CPS3. Yeah, like if they put stuff like that, then it would be like, hey, let's go check out GameStop. You know what I mean? Those really. But then again, Capcom wouldn't be all down with that because they like to rehash and resell their stuff and prettier filters and all that. So it is what it is. But for the sake of time, on your knees, bring us home. Your thoughts?
All right.
I'm
I
not
think.
going with him.
Shut up.
Alex is ahead of you in that department, so don't worry about it.
Whoa!
Ow!
I'm getting on.
But back on point here, I think most people covered, what I would say. It's going to be about the price point that they're going to buy the games and sell them at. They're going to have room in their stores since they cut down most of them, and the ones that they kept are tiny little closets. But I think the real way to use these old NES cartridges, at least, is to turn them into flasks, like the link I just put in the chat a while ago.
That's foul. Really?
It's the website's www.inkwhiskey.com. You can buy
Don't condone alcohol usage on this show. On your knees.
Really. What? How much of that Grey Goose have you drank since I got you for your birthday?
Wow.
Damn!
I'm open with my alcoholism. What about you, Alex? You should come out of the closet for more than one thing.
Come off the
You know what? That's why we're cutting his segment short. Unbelievable. Pull the plug out of it. All right, so New Gaming Order. Thank you for joining for our third segment. Make sure you check out the last two. For those of you checking out live, make sure you stick around. But Nelson, before I shut this one down, anything on the chat in reference to this topic?
A couple things. I have to rewind backwards. Let me see. The whole thing that I was talking about with the whole hard drive. A lot of people was talking about. Playboy said Happy Emancipation Day from DC. What else? Talking about live long software, etc. Stuff like that.
Yes.
He's mentioning things. And he said, Playboy said when he was in Tokyo last month, he stocked up on some Japanese games and consoles such as the Neo Geo and the Super Famicom.
That's great.
That should
The
be
Neo
part
Geo
of it.
re-released over here, didn't it?
The Neo Geo,
GameStop.
Neo Geo, I think.
Didn't Bob from BDS Software rob you for your Neo Geo machine?
No, him and Claude stole my Saturn.
They jumped you and stole your Saturn.
No, they took my Symphony of the Night, Japanese version, or Nocturne under the Moonlight.
Someone's echoing.
Yeah, somebody got to open my.
Whoever's watching the stream or whatnot, please mute it.
It stopped.
Hey, Moon. It ain't me.
Yeah, so
We
basically,
didn't blame you, brother.
that store stole my Saturn, my last working Saturn. Freaking crooks. If I see him, I'll freaking hit him with the Gigaton blow, yo. Like,
They always want to hit somebody with something. Like,
You're gonna get arrested, Alex. Better watch
Did you
out.
already end this segment?
nah, we're about
We're
to.
about
but,
to.
Oh my god.
yeah, we were just checking the chat, but make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. NewGamingOrder.com. We pull all our information. You can check out the Facebook, the Twitter, everything. NewGamingOrder.com. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and support us because we're unbelievable. Chris counted, and we'll see you on the next segment for our YouTube folks.
Alright, give me some time to rename this.
Alrighty.
Oh, I
second.
had something.
You can mention it in the next one.
Yeah, the next one is
No.
all PSA.
Oh no. I don't want to. No. It's nothing important. No, I just saw that. And I'm probably late as usual. Is that her breast? What the heck? I saw that they're gonna do apparently a duo pack of the first two Batman games, but they don't come out to December.
What the? It was like remakes.
Yeah, they're gonna redo them for Xbox One and PS4. I just saw that. But aren't you supposed to do that before the new game comes out? Hello.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that could be hit on the PSAs. Anything that we.
It's not even going to be before the new game comes out. It comes out after, like.
Yeah, December, way late. But you know what? I was just talking to somebody and the girl at Best Buy, and she actually said she was like she never played any of them because she asked me what I had on reserve. I was like, you need to play those. She was like, I only got a PS4. I said, well, you can't play them. I lied. Hello.
And she's catching
That's why
her
we getting all these
attention.
remakes. We don't have them backwards compatibility. That's why we getting all
put
these
the
HD
Suplex
remakes.
City on the Facebook page? Oh, that was me.
Duh.
Suplex City, bitch. Suplex City, Suplex City.
Oh man! All right. So if you guys have any PSAs, like anything that you wanted to just shed light on, this next segment will kind of be like our wrap up.
Just give me a sec. I'm trying to freaking find another video to play, but YouTube is acting funny.
Yeah, we did good with covering most of the material. Yo, what the heck is she doing? Yo, Olivia Pope, she be sleeping with everybody. What the heck?
How's Olivia Pope?
She's sleeping with people.
Scandal.
Suplex City.
Yo, they can't be showing this on what the heck? Yeah, no,
Alright, everyone here. I want to get this out the way so people could get on with these stings. Alright, we're gonna start now.
What up? We back like the Juggernaut, bitch. New Gaming Order. This is our PSA segment for any topics that we didn't really cover on the main show. And this was so pretty much as a wrap up. So I'm pretty much going to say, if anybody checked out Fast and Furious, a great movie. But hopefully they could come out with a game like Forza, but for Fast and Furious series. You know what I mean? And kind of make it like Need for Speed Underground, where mission objectives, but have race wars in there or something. That'd be pretty cool. But I just wanted to throw that out there. But a PSA that I wanted to bring to y'all's attention. There was this dude who was running around dressed up as Ryu with sneakers, beating up this car. I just wanted to know what everybody thought about it, because this dude...
No. I'm gonna stop you there, Alex. I only watched 1 minute of it. I want my 1 minute back.
It was, you know what? You know how many people did that type of video? This guy did better than the last few that I've seen. You know what I mean?
His punches were lame. He just more like...
He just stopped hitting and just pulled the hood up.
No, but that guy did horrible though. There was the person who originally did it, and he did like the best like destruction on the car. Like literally, like he apparently ripped off the hood and then jumped on the engine literally, and it fell right through.
Oh wow! But you know what? It's funny. What made me laugh was the sound effects. Like Hadouken. Like what the heck?
He took time for that.
That joke was funny as hell. I'm like, hey, Street Fighter from 1987 till now. You know what I mean? That is still influential today. Some of these folks probably like were like young kids or whatever, and then they're still mimicking Street Fighter. But I have to say that dude, kudos to him. I think it was on arabgt.com. Make sure you check it out, because it was a Middle Eastern guy running around doing, kicking in windows and stuff. And now I'm gonna share a little story. I have an injury from, I was about like 16, 17, and I was living in Essex County, by Essex Catholic near East Orange, and there was a car in our backyard, and there was a tenant, because my parents used to rent a 4-family house, and one of the tenants wasn't paying the rent or whatever, and I guess my mom got me all souped up, and I went, and me and my brother started beating up the car. So what I ended up like, yeah, we beat up that car real bad, and then I did like a Shawn Michaels side thrust seat kick onto the passenger side window, and got stitches all in my shin, and I have numbness on my left shin as a result of that. So, disclaimer, like...
You lost audio, Alex.
The moral of the story
No
is
audio.
the moral
No
of the
audio,
story
Alex.
is don't do what your mother tells you to.
No audio. You better change that wireless receipt. There you go.
Oh, okay. Y'all can hear me now?
What was the
Yeah.
moral of this story, Alex? You got caught off right there.
The moral of the story is, like WWE says, don't try this crap at home.
Yeah, Fandango came out with his music, yo.
Oh, that's another PSA. Fandango, the old school version, is back.
Came back.
I'm so freaking happy. And you know what? I was there at that Raw after that WrestleMania. WrestleMania 30? Yeah, I think it was WrestleMania 30. Fandango, we're over there in Rutherford, New Jersey, at the Izod Center, and they're like, oh man, it was too much fun. Good job, Fandango. WWE, smart move to bring that back. So, that was my PSA. Nelson, you got any?
Shit. Kind of put me on the spot just now. Just give me 2 seconds to.
Or I can.
Hold on, no, won't take long. Okay, let's bring up a random topic that apparently is Pez. Since I've
When
ever
aren't
got,
you pissed off, Nelson?
I don't know. I have a very fucked up life right now, but apparently a lot of people has been spoiling Mortal Kombat 10 for me. So I would like to get this out there right now. A lot of people in the fighting game community are complaining of this supposed news I just found out today about Kun Jin is the first Mortal Kombat gay character.
Yeah, he is.
What the heck?
So-
I already know that.
When you beat the
I'm
game,
still playing the story mode.
I haven't even
Unbelievable.
opened
when you
the
beat
game
So-
yet.
but ratings,
Spoilers.
No, you'll go ahead. Play it. I won't say it.
So I got spoiled throughout the entire thing. So
So you're
everything
gonna
is-
spoil it for me though?
it's not really a spoiler, but why do people have an issue with Kun Jin being gay? There's many video game characters that have like.
I didn't know he was gay or not.
It wouldn't matter. Like,
Nelson, here's
Almost
the
any and every Japanese RPG definitely has some kind of fuddy-duddiness going
Dude.
on. So
Yeah, the Mizzle. Yeah,
within the context of Mortal Kombat, why the hell does that even matter?
that's
Hey,
what
man,
I'm trying to
Robert.
say. But a lot
You
of
know
people have an issue with supposedly a guy who's relatable to Green Arrow from Injustice to be picked up, and all of a sudden, when people found out that he was gay, they was like, "Oh, I won't play him. He gay."
that's not cool. Wait a minute. That it is what it is. I just say this. It shouldn't matter. It's just like the whole Teletubby thing. The purple Teletubby, the person that was in the suit was gay.
Oh,
Teletubby
boy,
got
I
pulled
don't
off
even
TV
wanna-
because of that. But they're alien mice. Who gives
you
a fuck?
cried.
Who cares if the dude was gay or not? Like, you know, like unless the person told you, doesn't matter. You know, they were cool playing Kung Jin until they found out. Now it's a big deal. We have to understand acceptance. It's not like, hey, that's not my lifestyle. If it's not harming me, I'm not, you know, and I'm not gonna go into a whole religious thing. But you know, there are levels to this where you know that lifestyle is not really accepted by most. But I just say, hey, you're not harming me. Hey, you do your thing. What the heck? But I'm just gonna leave that PSA to Nelson.
Okay, now the next piece of information is, if you guys haven't already noticed, if you have the preview update for the Xbox One, if you're, you know, on the beta, you
Yeah, I
guys
got
should
it.
be expecting the game sharing compatibility from Windows 10 to the console very soon within this next month.
Really? Nice.
So that's
Very nice.
another thing. Let's see. 1 second. For any of you people who give a shit about Guitar Hero, it's coming back.
No.
Oh yeah. I did a video on that some time back,
Alright,
but yeah.
So just letting y'all know, it's a first-person perspective now, where it will actually be live music and actual live events that they record. And if you start to mess up, they will look at the crowd's reaction and it's like either give you a thumbs down, like, oh, what you're doing, and you know, or probably like the band members will look at you like, yo, come on, what the fuck you doing?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I
But,
disagree.
it's gonna put pressure on the player, though. You know.
I mean, it will and it will not. It's not really gonna change anything if you played the previous titles.
Mhm.
But go ahead, Nuke,
You know what they
say?
should do? That they need to do
Did it?
like Rocksmith, yo, and they should let you hook up a real guitar.
Well, I mean, it actually looks like it actually
Yeah,
looks
I
like a
got
real
Rocksmith,
guitar,
yo, and
though.
it teaches you how to play guitar, yo. Like, what better way?
They knew
Hey, David.
Yeah.
Check out this game called Corridor Z for your Android iPhone.
I got a
For your
question.
Android iPhone, I'm getting off.
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna play it on my Samsung iGalaxy S6.
Yo.
They don't tell them.
Oh,
They
you know
don't-
what?
they
Here's
don't
a
do that. They don't know.
here's another PSA, and Shinwar can pretty much talk about
Shit,
it.
you work for TSA.
I can't because I'm partially colorblind, and I need to be able to see normal color to work the X-ray machine.
You're still
I
more
tried.
qualified than half the people working there.
Yeah, but they won't take me.
No, you know, you can be completely blind and still be more qualified than half the people working there. They would
Yeah.
not focus.
I know it's ridiculous,
No, my
but
brother worked there for a while. I should know.
yeah, horror stories, man, horror stories.
Oh,
but
shit.
check it out. The Samsung Galaxy. I was about to say iGalaxy, but
iGalaxy Windows Berry phone.
yeah. But the Galaxy S6 is out, and the S6 Plus, is it, Shinwar? You know,
S6 Edge.
yeah. You know, I mean, you see, at my job, I'm working with freaking iPhones now, and it's like messing my head up. But Shinwar, can you talk about the iPhone? Not iPhone.
The Galaxy.
The Galaxy S6.
Okay.
Yeah, it came in the mail a couple days ago. Nice piece of hardware. I was on the S4, and so I skipped the S5 because I knew the S6 was coming out, so I upgraded to the S6. Camera's nice, definitely faster, definitely. It's a little thicker than the iPhone 6, but if you were to take a glance at it, you wouldn't know the difference.
What are the features like in comparison? Like, did they add anything new? Take anything away? You know.
Did they add? I know they have an improved camera. I'm actually still playing with it. I don't know the full specs of it. As you know, there's no SD card slot.
Ever.
Really?
Yeah, they took that out.
That-
Why?
that's the
SD
thing,
card
yeah.
slot. So they're getting closely like the iPhone. No SD card slot. You can't remove the battery.
Uh-huh.
No,
But
see,
the
that's-
charging, dude, this thing charges fast. Like-
I don't know how comfortable I am with the lack of an SD card because I don't have control over.
I got the 64 gig. It's no problem, yo. It's fine. It's honestly, it's really no problem.
Because eventually they're gonna get over the 64 gig limit. On
They already. No, they don't.
dude, if you're going over the 64 gig limit, what are you having on your phone, yo? Like
Oh, you trying to watch
pictures?
movies?
Okay. You
he
ain't
keeps-
gonna have like over 4,000 well, you'd be surprised, but
he keeps a portable porn collection on at all times. So he has
Unbelievable.
I stopped doing that.
He
Okay.
said he stopped doing that.
No,
Yo,
they
so
stopped.
you gratefully admitted to your sex addiction?
Wait a minute.
No,
No. You see, like I recently ran out of space because I do my videos. I vlog on my motorcycle channel, on my car and whatnot. And I was trying to record a video of me doing mechanics, and I ran out of space.
But
You know
no,
what, Alex? You need to do
here's
what I
the
do.
issue. Here's the issue. This is why we have the cloud. Like
Yeah.
you should have
You said you're loud.
Dropbox. Upload that stuff to the cloud, delete it locally off your device.
What I
Okay.
do is when I do all my gaming videos, I take it off my phone and put it on my computer and delete it off my phone immediately. Because
Exactly.
it takes up too much space.
Good.
Oh,
Okay.
He want to keep everything, yo.
Yeah, that is true. He's trying to preserve his digital info. All right. Well, let me finish up with a little bit of certain things here. Apparently now, Itagaki has more issues with Dead or Alive with the new the Senra Kagura outfits that just been released. If you don't know what that is, it's an anime where hot chicks get their clothes exploded right off of them while they're fighting. All right, that's just the simple basis of it. So Itagaki is complaining about how they changed over the years from Dead or Alive 3 and 4 and into DOA 5 to some of the newcomers or the new devs going crazy with the sex appeal and not concentrating on the fighting.
Well, I thought Itagaki was I thought he was the perv with the whole jiggly
See,
stuff.
that's the thing. That's the thing.
If
The
he's
dude,
complaining about it, these guys are taking it to a whole new level.
no, but the
They-
thing
they
is,
gonna take- they
Itagaki has several lawsuits against him for doing dumb shit.
But does he own any rights to the characters now? That's the thing. It's like Kojima trying to go and sue
Well,
Konami if they do something stupid with
He
Snake.
lost it after 4. He lost it after 4. He has no right to say anything, but he was like, "Oh, but I will still respectfully try to do everything in my power to make DOA a better game." Dude, just drop the shit. Just if people want to see titties, they want to see titties. They want to see shit breaking off, they want to see shit breaking off. Done. That's like
Nelson, you trying to tell us something?
I'm trying to say, just leave the fucking game alone.
Why would you want to mix your porn and fighting games? Come on.
Well,
It would sell, Chris. Sex
let me-
sells, games sell. Go ahead,
there you go.
Division.
Speak on this. There's an inherent disconnect between what people are willing to accept from a mature rated game and what people are not. Like, a game could be like the most bloody dismember, like Mortal Kombat 10. Nobody would blink an eye at Sonya Blade ripping out somebody's tongue and then stuffing it back down their throat.
Because it's expected from MK. They know that's what it is.
Let me finish. But as Nelson said, the second you see, oh, here's a side boob from a make-believe character, everybody's all in shock and awe. I mean, like, you can't have it both ways, dude.
That's a cultural thing. That's more of an American Puritan type of thing.
It's BS. That's what it is.
Oh,
Because
I agree with you, but that's
It's
an
like-
American thing. Around the world, I mean, in the UK, they have the watershed moment where I think it's after 10 or 11 p.m. They could show hardcore pornography all over the airwaves.
Oh yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
They did that in my
They do-
country.
Yeah,
You
they
know
do that all
what?
over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, like
That-
soap operas. Like it's flat out. Like you see.
Yeah, I think it's 10:30 because there's 1 hour shows in UK that run at 10. All the mundane shit happens between 10 and 10:30, and then at 10:30 to 11, all the crazy shit happens.
Yeah.
But
I gotta
there,
get off.
but that shit's American. That's been going on since the fucking Puritans were so uptight. The English kicked them out way back in the day. So that's
Yeah, they went ham. They went ham.
Let me just finish up on like 3 more, then everyone else can go. Apparently, Ed Boon has made a recent statement. He says it's impossible for a fighting game to be perfect right out of the gate. We want MKX to be as fair and redefined as possible. So he's basically talking about the competitive side with the online play netcode. He's also talking about the fuckery that's been happening with the PC. And he's also discussing about the on-hand DLC and the whole fatality thing. It's all in the article on Event Hubs, SRK, even on his Twitter. So you guys want to check that out full in depth, that's fine.
Damage control.
Let's see. If you guys are any sort of Nintendo fans out there, birds chirping, you would care about Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U, that they just now officially have update changes and the release of Mewtwo, the DLC character for the game.
all one of you fans out there, this is for you.
Mm-hmm.
And
I like
lastly,
raise
That's
my hand, but I haven't
Takuma.
played it in forever.
Takuma.
And lastly, but not least, a lot of people is concerning, again, on Mortal Kombat, of what version they should pick up. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, I have both. I have the PS4, I have the Xbox One. Both consoles, both netcodes suck ass. Complete ass.
Yeah, well, they're gonna have to.
I put up a Facebook post on
I
there.
wasn't paying
and everybody was
attention.
like, "Oh, that's because you got it early." And I was like, "No, this shit is fucked up."
Yeah, it's fucked up because
It's not like Cross Tekken because I remember me and Shinwar had it early, and then over time it got fixed. You know, so
right,
Nah, this shit is fucked up.
But let me tell you something though, which I'm pretty sure not many people seem to realize. The next time you turn on your console, you know where it talks about the Warner Brothers symbol and it leaves you like the little words, the white wording, like it'll say like coincide with Warner Brothers Studios, another realm, and on the bottom there'll be a numerical code.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
If you watch carefully,
17 some crap.
yeah.
right, when you watch carefully before the actual game loads up its its B-roll footage, the code changes almost instantly,
Yep.
meaning that the game gets updated every
Silent
time.
updates,
No,
yeah.
the game gets updated every time you turn on the console. So there's always some fixing, like whether if it's the glitch in the crypt, whether if it's the slowdown for online on the PlayStation 4 where it takes a longer time to buffer. whether if it's the horrible and shit netcode that apparently people are standing behind because you live in West Bubblefuck, or something else. Like, this is just something, but I am done with PSAs because I can keep going on and on.
Yeah, we're running at our limit. But anything you guys from the panel want to bring up before we wrap?
I got two things.
Okay.
EA is shutting down a bunch of the free-to-play games. Battlefield Heroes, Battlefield Play for Free, Need for Speed World, and FIFA World. They're going to shut down in about 3 months. So if you were playing those games, you paid money in. Go fuck yourself. You just paid EA for you lost your money.
Now I see why they go in on EA like that. That's messed up.
Well, any
EA
free-to-play game's gonna end up like that.
They're like the asshole of the fucking gaming industry. They don't give a fuck either. They just do what they want. They do what they want.
EA wants to
just
take
like
over the
Nintendo.
world.
Just like Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
I think they're a little bit worse than Nintendo.
A little bit.
No, they're way worse than Nintendo. They will do what they want when they want. It can be something they just drop, and they'll be like, "Well, not supporting it anymore."
Last I remember, Nintendo didn't ruin a bunch of good studios by buying them out and then shitting on them.
Shutting them down. Yeah.
But I think Nintendo's a lot worse than EA. It's just that Nintendo gets a free pass a lot of times
Because of the IPs.
It's like things that people complain about Microsoft, Sony, and EA, and whoever else for. Nintendo will get a free pass for. Like, for instance, the new game Splatoon. It's their arena-based shooter that's coming out.
With no voice chat support.
Right. Now,
because people are too mean, they said. But no, that's another topic.
What?
Now, if, say, Microsoft did this with Halo, they would be, like, all up in arms about this. There would be damn near riots. But Nintendo does this. It's like, oh, it's just what Nintendo does.
Yeah, don't talk bad about Nintendo. Shh.
Nintendo. Like, I agree. People are mean on the internet. Let's agree with Nintendo.
Nintendo's online support's always been shit. That's no surprise. Everyone knows that. They never had voice chat in their online platform.
But this isn't a lack of capability. This is a clear choice of not doing it because of a stupid reason.
Yeah, because people are mean to each other online. It's the nature of the beast. It's the internet.
America's always been Nintendo. America's always been this part of this kid-friendly garbage. We gotta protect the kids, dude. Let's be SJWs and all. We gotta protect everyone from being offended. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's been like that for years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna defend Nintendo on that. They've always been like that. Yeah. But their strengths outweigh their weaknesses, and that's why they. I don't think they get a free pass at everything, but
they get a free pass at a lot of.
Yeah, they do. But time check. We got 3 minutes to wrap up.
I got one more thing.
Okay.
On a more positive note. If you visit Good Old Games, they're running a sale at a bunch of packs for different games, up to 85% off on a bunch of stuff. So check it out if you're looking for some cheap PC games.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shoot 'em up pack. There's an indie pack. They got like 15 plus packs on sale right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you check them out. You can get a bunch of games for as low as I think the cheapest package is $6 a change, or $5.56 for 4 games at a pack. So check it out if you want some cheap PC games. GOG.com.
Okay, cool. So for the sake of time, we're gonna wrap up. So Nelson, you wanna close this out?
And I didn't get my.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't. I didn't know you had a PSA. All right, go ahead because we're going overtime.
All right, number 1, check out Thumb Thrasher Gaming. I'm going to do an unboxing of Mortal
Thumb
Kombat
Thrasher?
Force Collective.
Not hand thrashers, Alex. Thumb thrashers.
Okay.
Thumb Thrasher Gaming. I'm gonna do an unboxing of the Mortal Kombat Collector's Edition, even though I'm a little bit late. Also, I just read that they're gonna do an HD remake for Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Arkham City. So for those of you who are PS4 and Xbox One, for those of you who didn't get a chance to play it on the old consoles, it may or may not be worth it for you. I don't know. But the thing that's puzzling is they don't come out, they said, probably until December, which is long after the last game in the series.
Well, they probably want to do it right.
Well, no, they might be redoing the entire graphical aspect of it, because I did hear rumors that
that's what I think they're doing.
They want to make it not 100% like Arkham Knight, but something close to it graphically.
Yeah, it's like a
Oh.
Master Chief Collections type thing. Like they're
But
they're
weren't those
upscaling.
games just on the 360 though? The previous generation.
Yeah,
not
but
the-
they can't
Yeah.
backport it because it's like it's different architecture, so they gotta rebuild
it's
it.
Still,
and
it's
that's
still way too soon. Those games weren't even out 5 years ago.
yeah, well,
I still
hey,
think it's
That
way
you
too
know
Milking
that's what
franchise,
happens
man.
when you don't make your consoles backwards compatible. You piss gamers off by remaking stuff we already. I have all those.
but
games.
Noob, that's intentional because they want to keep charging you over and over for the same thing.
It's
So-
sad too because I can just buy it on PC for like $8.99 right now, both games together, and it'll look just as good.
Or if not better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right, that's all for me. So my unboxing video will probably be posted sometime tomorrow, you guys.
All right, sweet. Alrighty, and Nelson, continue with the wrap up.
Shit. Basically, thank you guys for watching. I'm just a little bit lost because I'm like changing everything up right now. So once, as Alex mentioned before, please check out the New Gaming Order website. We can't stress that enough. We haven't been updating it as frequently as we want to due to busy scheduling and a lot of personal issues, which
Yeah, I tried during the day at work, but today I was the only one in, so it was kind of rough.
yeah, it's just like I said, it's just a lot of personal issues. Like, I'm pretty sure if you guys have been keeping up, I had things with
Sick.
like the whole job thing, being sick, trying to schedule everything. You know, it's a whole big issue, but just keep checking the New Gaming Order website and check, you know, social media, whether if it's Twitter, Facebook. We do have an Instagram, the YouTube channel, which is doing successfully now. Damn, yo, your mic is fucking crap, Shinwar. Shit. But check all that stuff out. Thank you guys for joining the podcast. We have about 6 viewers as of today. We have Playboy, Slinky Jim, and probably a couple of us just like logged in just
What?
watching it. But shout outs to you guys, always supporting. Shout outs to Tough Nut Toys, Free Play Mode, Thumb Thrasher Gaming,
And full screen.
and Full Screen, and whoever the hell else I'm missing. So
We'll put them in the credits. But with that, Nelson, thank you guys for joining us. It was a very stacked cast. We pretty much almost have everybody. Almost. So with that, thank you guys. We out like the Juggernaut bitch, and we'll see you next week. Same channel. Peace.
What the hell is
Yo, that catchphrase. We out like the Juggernaut, bitch. What?
all right, we're still live just for
Noob.
the hell of it.
Smart. You,
No,
you a smart brother, Noob. You a smart.
Shut up!
So if you
I
guys
told
have
y'all my
any
manager at
questions,
K
Well,
Jewelers said
we
that when
only
I first
had
met him.
8 unbelievables. I kind of start counting, but I don't think there were that many.
there's about 7 or 8
Yo, Alex, don't ever do
unbelievables.
that again. He said, come back for the next section. We're unbelievable. Don't ever do that again.
Unbelievable.
Really?
And I
Oh,
got
shit.
Wolverine
Oh, that's right. I have my
X-Men Origins for $5.
hashtag unbelievable sign.
I might
Alright.
just post that on the freaking podcast next time.
Unbelievable.
But if there's anyone that's still actually, there's only Slinky Jim. It's Slinky Jim. If you have
Oh
nothing
my
else to
God.
ask us, then we're gonna get off.
All right, Nelson. Thanks for setting up on last minute notice, man.
That's fine.
Thursdays are
Thank you
becoming hard
guys
for me.
for bearing with me. I just try not to miss this one. Got the Best Buy early and everything, and the bastard. The manager told the truth. Everybody knew. They lied to me, yo. You knew you sold
Hey,
my
you were
game.
bigging them up, Danae. Let's heckle him. Ha 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 ha. No, he's sorry. But Danae, thank you for joining us, man.
No, it was a pleasure as always to be here.
All right,
Oh
cool.
my God, these impractical jokers are fucked up.
What the heck?
You don't
Are you
you
still
don't watch that
recording?
show?
Hold on. You still recording?
It's still live.
It's-
This
it's
is
the
the direct.
director's
Oh,
cut.
I gotta get off of this, yo. My incriminating lifestyle. Hold on.
What?
All right. Well, I actually have to go check on if my sister's ordered the pizza, so I'll be right back, guys.
Pizza? Wait, no. We're gonna cut this off then if that's the case.
No, I hadn't eaten. I came in, did the podcast. I hadn't had dinner yet, so.
Yeah, but if you're gonna go check up for the pizza, no one's gonna sit here waiting on the director's
that what you're
cut.
calling
We're
it
gonna
these
get it
days,
the
Alex?
fuck off.
You know what?
I'm
Fine.
out.
I'm out. Peace.
I'll be on
What?
live.
Yeah.
Oh my God. These